welcome back to my channel. My name is Sister Lock Nurse, so you can call me Nurse D. Today I'm going to do a quick little video on my Invisalign process. My last video I mentioned that it was giving me a lisp and it was getting on my nerves. The reason why I got Invisalign, because a lot of people always look at me and say, you don't need braces, you don't need Invisalign. So it's just a personal thing for me. I've always had this like self-consciousness about my teeth. So when I was younger, my dad accidentally dropped me off his shoulders and I fell frontwards on my face and my front teeth came out, my permanent adult teeth. So my mother picked the teeth up with a dirty dish rag and pushed them up in my mouth. But when she did that, they didn't get pushed all the way up in there. When she took me to the emergency room, and the emergency room dentist that was there checked it and said she did a good job, but they were already starting to mound together, grow back together, but they weren't pushed all the way up. So from that, as I got older, these two front teeth hung a little lower than the rest of the teeth up top. So I had a little buck teeth kind of look, and then I have an overbite because of it, because when she placed them, she placed them up and out a little bit, so I had like a little buck look. And then in my teenage stages, I had two teeth extracted here in the back. And since those spaces are there, my teeth started to shift to the left, if that makes sense. And I started to bite down on my left cheek every time I ate. And so I wanted to get that fixed, move my teeth back over, and then try to fix my front teeth as well. So, but when I smile, you really can't tell, but I personally can tell. So that's why I wanted to get it done. So I went in and had a consultation with my dentist, and I told him exactly this, what I wanted to do. And he told me that I could either get braces or I can get Invisalign, but I was a good candidate for Invisalign. So the first question I asked was, well, how much is it gonna cost? Because dental work is very, very, very expensive, but I want my smile to be very pretty. So I'm willing to pay what I have to pay. So they ran it through my insurance, and my insurance paid basically half of it. My cost was $1,645, and that's the total cost that I would have to pay to get them done for all the appointments that I have within that time. The only time that I will have to pay out of pocket is if I lose the brackets. Like if I take them out, sit them somewhere, and I lose them, then of course I would have to pay for that because that's my fault. Also, once I'm done my full treatment process, which my dentist told me may take about a year, then I have to pay for retainers, which is an additional $700. So my total all in all for my whole entire Invisalign process is probably roughly $2,300 maybe. But that, I feel as though I'm worth that much. I work hard, I'm a mommy, I'm a full-time nurse and a full-time student, so I deserve to fix my teeth. So I went ahead and agreed with the dentist to go ahead and do the Invisalign process. So I met with the dental assistant, and she took pictures, like a video of all my teeth. It was so cool, and you could just see like my whole formation of my mouth on this screen to make sure she got every little divot in, and she didn't want to miss anything. So it took us about an hour to she wanted to make sure she got every single pocket in my mouth. Once she was done with that, she explained to me that it would take a few weeks until my insurance approved my case and Invisalign approved my case, and also when my dentist was happy with what Invisalign formatted for my mouth. So it was like a whole process there. So I was like, okay, I'm not in any rush, I'm just happy I'm getting it done. So of course, went home, waited about 2.5, 3 weeks, and they called me and told me everything was approved, and they scheduled me to come in to get my Invisalign on August the 5th. I was so excited. I still am excited, don't get me wrong, but I was so excited to go in and get them in. So when I went in the office, of course, they checked my teeth, make sure nothing was out of place since the last time they saw me. They did a little cleaning on my teeth, which I thought was really nice. And then they put drops of glue on each tooth where these little buttons will be attached. These little buttons that are attached on your teeth are what holds the brackets in place. So the brackets, I'm not gonna take these ones out of my mouth because you'd be slobber everywhere. I mean, you get so much saliva with these things in your mouth, it's unreal. But I'm gonna try to show you the best way I can of what they look like in my mouth. So I'm pretty sure you can see there's a button, buttons all on there. So on those buttons is what the brackets attach to. This is what the brackets look like. If you can see them in there, that's what it looks like. and they're labeled L for lower, U for upper, so you know where they go. Mine's is really easy. I don't have to look at the L or the U because I have that big old space, and they even created that space on the bracket on each side where I'm missing the teeth, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I don't have to look at it and say is it upper or lower, because automatically I see the ones with the space on it, they go on the bottom. So they make that for you. So once they got me all, you know, all buttoned up and the brackets in, you know, whatever, me and the dental assistant took time, you know, taking them in and out, making sure that I could put them on correctly. She also had me use this, which is one of the things Invisalign gives you. It comes in this little packet like this, little container like this, and it's called a munchie, which I thought was so cute. So this little munchie, what it does is it has the big part with no dividend on it, has one indent for the top teeth, one indent on this side for the bottom teeth, and all you do is you bite on this each time you put your Invisalign brackets in, and you do that because you want to make sure that you have them in place. Whereas you think you snapped everything in place, it's not always guaranteed. So I always chew on this munchie every time after I put my Invisalign brackets in, just to be sure, because I want everything to be right. I don't want to mess up anything. So cute. It even says on there munchies, which I thought was so cute. So that's that. And then I'm required to change my brackets every 10 days. So I went ahead and set myself a calendar reminder every 10 days to make sure that I change them every 10 days. I said that 100 times. And then I have to follow up with my dentist in 30 days. So I'm about a week in now. My first few days were okay, but when I got to about day 4, I was in pain, I'm not gonna lie. And the reason why is, I think it caused the pain on myself too, is because when you got something foreign in your mouth, you're constantly, well, I know I'm constantly moving my tongue around. So I'm moving my tongue, scraping it all around, and my tongue was so sore. And so were my cheeks and my head and my jaw and everything, my neck. I was like, oh my God, this hurts so bad. But I made it through. I took me some ibuprofen, you know, and then I also went to Walmart to see what I could find to help the tongue and cheek irritation. And I found this mouth sore wash by Oral-B. Lovely. This stuff helped me tremendously. It's for canker sores, cheek bites, braces, and denture irritation, oral and gum irritation. It has a soothing mint flavor. It worked for me. So every time I took my brackets out and cleaned them, I would swish with that, and it's clear. So I swished with that, and it really soothed my mouth. So every time you go out to eat or you eat at home, you have to take your brackets out. I know that sounds like a pain, and it is a pain, but you have to. You cannot eat or drink anything with your brackets in unless it's water only. My dentist even told me to use a straw. You know, he doesn't want anything to be sitting on my teeth whatsoever. What if I'm out one time and I forget my, you know, toothbrush and toothpaste, and I just have my solution? I need some wash, you know, and come back home and take care of it. But yes, everywhere I go, I carry toothpaste, a toothbrush, and I carry my little bracket kit holder, and floss. So the last time I went over to my friend's house and ate, I was like, oh my God, here we go. I had to go in the bathroom, slobber everywhere, rinse them off. I went ahead and brushed them with toothpaste or whatever, put them in here, put it back in my little bag that Invisalign gave me, and then I went ahead and ate. After that, I had to floss, brush, rinse, and then put the clean brackets back in my mouth. So that's a long process every single time you eat something. I'm gonna tell you what it's done for me. It has given me a headache because I munch a lot. I eat chips, cookies, I'm not gonna lie, candy, all that bad stuff. I eat it all the time. But since I started this process, honey, I lost about 2 pounds because I rather not take these out and do all that cleaning process 1,000 times a day, and I'd rather just wait to do that. So my dentist told me I have to leave these in my mouth for approximately 22 hours a day, which means I only should have them off 2 hours a day. Is that realistic? So far for me, it has been. A couple times I slipped where it's about maybe 20 minutes longer, but yeah, I have them off only 2 hours a day, so that's the time when I eat. Now, when I was at the dentist's office, I got this little bag, and they also gave me this little box, this little Invisalign box, which I thought was cute. And in this box, they have this little pamphlet that kind of talks to you about the Invisalign process and how to take care of your brackets and things like that. And then they also give you these cleaning crystals, which I haven't used yet, but I'm gonna start using them. Like when I put my new brackets on, about 5 days in after having them on, I'm going to soak them like you would dentures with one of these little crystals every 5 days, since I have to change my brackets every 10 days to kind of help just keep them nice and crisp and clean, even though I do scrub them with toothpaste every single time I take them out my mouth, just to have some clean ones to put back in. So needless to say, this little box comes with me everywhere I go. Also, my dentist gave me this little wax things right here, so if there's any sharp edges anywhere in my mouth, I can kind of peel off a little piece of wax and put it on top of my little buttons when I go to eat, so it doesn't scratch up my gums. But I haven't had to use these so far, so thank God for that. So yeah, that's my little Invisalign process. They get on my nerves because I have a lisp with them, but they're also helping me to lose weight, which I needed to lose some weight because your girl was eating like a pig with all this COVID-19 stuff, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm very excited so far. I'm anxious to see, you know, how my teeth are gonna look once this is all done. I'll make sure I post some pictures, if I can find some actually, on this video at the end, so you can kind of see like what my teeth look like now. And then once I'm done the process, I'll update you guys maybe about 6 months in, and then once I'm done, I'll show you like a before and after, so you got to kind of have an idea of, you know, what they look like before and now. But if you guys have any questions about this process, if you're looking into this process, please feel free to drop a comment down in the comment section or private message me. I have no problem with answering questions. I love feedback. If you guys have any ideas or tips for me with these things in my mouth, just let me know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe. I love you, I love you, I love you. Peace.